Peter Rufai's death, Nigeria's safe hands, a tribute to a football legend. On a quiet day in July 2025, the final whistle blew for a legend. Peter Rufai, Nigeria's safe hands, our royal guardian between the posts, passed away. But legends don't die. They live on, in memories, in history, in the hearts of a grateful nation.
The royal child who chose the people's game. Peter Frejene Rufai was born on August 24, 1963 in Lagos, Nigeria, into royalty. A prince of the Idimu ruling house, Rufai's life was destined for thrones and titles. But young Peter had a different dream. Not palaces, not politics. He wanted to stand between two posts, gloves on, with a nation's hope in his hands. As a child, he was drawn to football like a moth to flame. While his peers chased the ball, he dove after it, perfecting his craft on dusty Lagos pitches. Against the expectations of tradition, he chose a different legacy, the beautiful game.
A scholar of the game. While many saw football as the only plan, Peter Rufai was a man of balance, football and education. He studied abroad in Belgium and was known for his intelligence and humility. He mastered multiple languages, built discipline, and sharpened not only his reflexes but his mind. This blend of wisdom and athleticism would later become his greatest strength on and off the pitch.
The Nigerian dream begins. Peter Rufai's professional football journey began at home with Nigerian clubs like Stationery Stores FC and Fimo Scorpions. It was here that Nigeria first glimpsed what Europe would soon crave: his commanding presence, razor-sharp reflexes, and a calmness that made defenders trust him and strikers fear him. But Rufai wasn't just chasing trophies. He was chasing excellence, and it took him across continents.
A Nigerian that conquers Europe. From the dusty streets of Lagos to the bright stadiums of Europe, Rufai became a trailblazer. He guarded the posts for clubs like KSC Lokeren in Belgium, SC Farense in Portugal, and eventually made his mark in Spain, playing in La Liga for Hercules FC and Deportivo La Coruna. He was one of the first Nigerian goalkeepers to stand tall in Europe's elite leagues, proving that African talent belonged on the biggest stages. Rufai wasn't just playing for clubs, he was carrying the dreams of millions of Nigerians every time he stepped on the pitch.
Wearing the green and white, Super Eagles, safe hands. In 1983, Peter Rufai earned his call-up to the Nigerian national team. It was the beginning of a two-decade love story between a man and his country. From the mid-80s to the late 90s, Rufai was the last line of defense for the Super Eagles. Fearless, vocal, dependable. He wore the jersey with pride, leading Nigeria into historic battles on African and global soil.
Peter Rufai, big matches, big moments. In 1994, Peter Rufai stood tall in Tunisia as Nigeria marched to victory in the African Cup of Nations. It was our second AFCN title, and Rufai's gloves were part of the reason why. Later that year, on the grand stage of the FIFA World Cup in the USA, Rufai became a global name. Nigeria stunned the world, beating Bulgaria 3-0 and reaching the round 16 in our debut tournament. Rufai's clean sheet and commanding voice earned global respect. He was back again in 1998 in France, cementing his place in history as the first Nigerian goalkeeper to play in 2 consecutive World Cups.
Retired but never gone. After hanging up his gloves, Peter Rufai didn't walk away from football. Instead, he gave back. He founded the Peter Rufai Sports Foundation, helping Nigerian youth discover the power of sport and education. He mentored young goalkeepers, advised on national sports reform, and served as a voice of wisdom for the next generation. He even took up short stints with coaching and football development initiatives in Nigeria, never chasing fame, only impact.
The final whistle. On the 3rd of July 2025, Nigeria woke to a sad dawn. Peter Rufai had passed away after a brief illness. He was 61. The tributes poured in from former teammates like JJ Okocha to younger players who called him role model and mentor. Flags flew at half-mast in football circles. Sports journalists replayed his saves, fans cried, and nation mourned. He wasn't just a footballer. He was a symbol of courage, consistency, and class.
The legacy lives on. Peter Rufai wasn't just a goalkeeper. He was royalty who chose to serve. A leader who chose to lead with gloves, not a crown. And a patriot who gave Nigeria some of its proudest sporting moments. So when next you see a young boy diving in the dust, chasing a ball, remember, he could be the next Rufai. Rest well, Dodo Mayana. Your safe hands are now in heaven. But here on earth, your legacy is eternal.